Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. And thank you for joining me in Pootles Advent Countdown. 25 projects coming out to you, 5 a week for 5 weeks, and we're on number 24. Christmas Eve type one. So, this is the project we're making today. There's an awful lot of blends work going on in here, and I had the most fun making it. So, this is Yummy Christmas, which is this gorgeous stamp set. Now, the sister to this is in the annual catalogue, Cuckoo for You, which comes with dies called cuckoo clock dies. And here's some of them. And here's another one, a tree. And you can make a working cuckoo clock, which I haven't yet done. But there is a YouTube video done by Stampin' Up on how to put it together to make the cuckoo pop out of here. So there's the little door, pops out of there. I think you pull that bit, those are the bell pulls, there's all the bits you need. This one isn't a cuckoo version, but it does use the same shapes. So if I show you the holly berry and the stag head, we've got these ones here. The gumdrop is the door, the tree is the tree, and obviously the outer shape is the outer shape. Now, I have already gone ahead and stamped this one and this one out, and I have die cut them because I'm using blends. I wanted to make sure they were really very dry. Really very dry? Very dry. Before I came to do the blends work, and I will show you in a second why. I just want to put these away, but don't put it down, put it away. Scooch those in there. So you will see on my first one, it's a bit grubby round the edges, and that's because I didn't let the ink dry first. Silly me. So this one is shaded spruce. Lovely. I'm going with real red on this one. You need a piece of cardstock, cut it in half and fold it in half and burnish. And then some matching designer series paper, 1/2 centimetre shorter and narrower. I'm going to pop that on while I'm here. Where's my snail gone? Right in front of me. Oh, it's going to run out any second. So that goes on the front. And then these pieces, this one's 2.5 centimetres shorter and narrower, so 1 inch, and this one's 1/2 centimetre shorter and narrower than that one. And if you're working imperial, go for 1/4 of an inch shorter and narrower for this panel. Make this red one a full inch shorter and narrower. Let me change my snail. Ew, gooey. And then the white panel over that, 1 1/8, 1 inch and 1/8. 1 inch and 1/4, not very much. Okay, there. So that's ready for me to do. So let's do some colouring and zoom in. So my blends are all in front of me. No idea what colours I fancy. To be honest, I think I might go Mango Melody, which is for the main body of the, what's it called, gingerbread house. So I'm going to come around the edges. You know what, I might come in with the fat straight away. Although it's a gingerbread house, and I did test out some Cajun craze, wasn't as keen on the look. I preferred this look. I enjoy blends work. This is more blends activity than I would normally do. I wouldn't say I'm an impatient crafter. I would say I'm the kind of crafter who likes to have a result pretty quick. But actually it was lovely sitting here. When I decided that I was going to put this project into the countdown, it was actually really nice just to sit and colour, because it's something that I don't really have time for normally. Make time for colouring, I say. I've got some members of my team who do incredible blends work. And there is a lovely Australian demonstrator. She's a friend of mine, Alyssa Tilsner, and I could watch her blends and her watercolour work for hours. I could just sit and watch it like a TV show. And what she does is just mind-blowing. Looking for the bits I need to colour. I'm going to do the door too. But yeah, she does amazing blends work, so go and check her out. I think she's Alyssa Tilsner on YouTube. A-L-I-S-A. That's how you spell her name. Right, I'm going to come in with the dark now around the edge. The thing with doing blends is that you do the same bit a few times. Just checking to see it's still on camera. And you tint the bits where you think there might be shadow. This would be a great one for watercolour pencils. If you haven't seen me in watercolour pencils, I scribble. I just simply scribble. Oops, went over the gingerbread man's foot. See? Have you got a favourite colouring medium? I'm asking lots of questions because I know that I'm going to be here for a while. You can fast forward if you want, or you can hang around and listen to me natter and chatter. I wouldn't say I particularly have a favourite colouring medium, but I have ones that I do more than others. Or rather, well, no, that's not right. I would say I have colouring that I pick up. I get in a mood for doing such and such. So, blimey, there's 2 blends projects this week alone. Okay, let's pop those away and bring in some. I only want the light cherry cobbler. Is that the one? That's the one. I like to use these like they're colouring pens as well. And the reason that I like that is when you use a regular kind of colouring pen, you get streaky lines, and blends don't do that. They find sort of the lowest level and settle happily there. Okay, so my candy canes need a colour. What do we think to gingerbread man's buttons? Should we make them red? Yeah. Oh, I did on the original. Huh? What else needs to be red? There's a gumdrop. That does too. And of course the holly berries. I've just realised I completely forgot to colour in the centre of the wreath. Should have done that in Mango Melody too. Oops. I'll bring out my dark one. I've got my blends in the storage that we sell. And it's right in front of me, thankfully. Okay, so what colour next? Oh, browns for Mr. Gingerbread. So I'm going crumb cake. It didn't feel right. Obviously, he's a gingerbread man and it's a gingerbread house, but it didn't feel right having them the same colour. I don't really know why. It made sense in my head. It just didn't feel right. Oh no, no, it needs to be a different colour. So that was the light crumb cake. I'm going to come in with the dark, and I'm going to come around the edges. He's so fun, isn't he? Right, are these my shaded spruces? They are. I'm going to go with the light one on this gumdrop. I've completely forgotten to do the centre of one of those. How silly. Needs an inside, needs the bullet tip. It's nice to be able to have a wreath outside my front door these days. Where we used to live it was on a private road, but you could see straight down it from the main road. And it got stolen one year, which was really ridiculous. So I haven't put a wreath out since. But where we are now, we're tucked away. Oh, I've got a gumdrop there. We're tucked away out of sight, and I'm more confident at having a wreath outside my front door, so it's been nice to be able to do that for the last couple of years. So I'm going Daffodil Delight for the windows. And I've just realised I've completely forgotten the tree, which is over here. So while we're here, let's do a couple of these baubles. Dark shaded spruce for this one, I think. I would definitely say that the time spent making this card, you're giving it to a very special person. I might give it to my mum. Well, I would give it to my mum and dad. I give them a card together. I think we're almost done. Just going to put a brown trunk there. And yeah, I think that's pretty much done. Okay, let me zoom back out again and put it together. So all I need to do now is get this onto here with some snails, lots of. I'm going to have a dimensional on the back of the tree. And tra-la. Lovely. I think so anyway. So you can see all the blends work. It's all settling down. And here's my original where I didn't wait for the black to dry, and you can see it's all a bit grubby there. But anyway, I really like them. I did have fun. How long have I taken? About 15 minutes. Well, could have taken longer. Maybe I can make a few of these. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. One more video tomorrow in the Pootles Advent Countdown. Hope to speak to you very soon. Bye.